from the art classroom. Today, we're social distancing, but guess what? When no one's closer to you than 6 feet, you could remove the mask and breathe freely. Today, we are going to be learning how to create a slide, which you can drag onto yearbook if you have me for your teacher, or you could just have as a slide presentation, which is digitally designing. Okay, if you're in my Google Classroom, click on your yearbook page final project. On here is going to be your grading rubric. Double click on it, and right on this, which shows you what you need for an amazing project, crop your photos, layering, you're going to see on the bottom is a link. If you need to get this link, this is your video I showed you in class. Remember this lady?
How to do the assignment here. So your goal is to create a collage.
So she showed you how to create a collage. So I'm showing you, building on the steps, building on this video lesson we already showed you. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward to what I want you guys to do. We're going to be creating a slide, but we're going to use your art as the background. A lot of times you might want to combine your art, your physical art, by inserting a picture from your Google Drive. And the part I want you to get is this part that she's teaching you. Right, using a photo here.
Take that image and I'm going to put that image over here, and then it puts my image in there, as you can see. Now another cool thing with the images is you can resize them. So I can go like this and make it smaller, I can make it bigger, I can make it wider, I can make it longer like that, I can move it around. You can spin your images, right? Because we want to cover up the whole entire thing. Other cool thing you can do is you can click on this little crop right here and you can crop your image. Let's say I only really want that little bit right there.
This is what to remember, guys.
And now my image is cropped.
To crop into
I can
faces.
also click on the little carrot next to the cropping, and I can crop it with a shape.
That's
So
what we need to get.
I want that to be a circle, so I click on there, and now my image is a little circle.
Okay, so I want you to remember that.
That's one tool that you can use.
That's one tool you're going to use, okay? You can crop and shape it. And on my other video lesson that I have on here, where I showed you how to make a slide, I forgot that step. So hopefully you won't forget. So your first step, guys, if you are beginning at digital arts, you send yourself a photograph. You add it onto your drive after you email it to yourself. Then you could organize it, but it's on your drive. You go up here to these little squares. We're going to basic beginner lessons. You guys tell me if you already know how to get the slides. Hit on slides. So easy, right? Then you're going to create a new one with a blank. There's my Ansel Adams one I did as an example last time. And here you go. Right away, you want to name it with your name on it. If you're going to share it with me, it's done here. That way I can grade it as your teacher. But you're going to go to Insert. If you want a background, you go to Image. And hopefully you've emailed it to yourself and you have it on your drive. So you click on your drive and you saw how she did it right away. And you could use any of your images you've sent yourself and you could just pull them in there and drag in your image. Say you want an image for the background. You could drag it out, size it like she was telling you, and we're going to do an acrylic, a background, a watercolor wash, and if you just want your background to be your art, that would be the first step. Here I have a big Bible verse on it, but I'm just doing this to show you that even if you have cloud photography, it might look really cool in the background, especially if it matches our theme, which is a watercolor, cloudy type look. You can use your photography in the background. All right, next, remember what to do. You're going to hit Insert again, and you're going to do this a lot of times. You're going to insert a lot of images, and hopefully you have them on your drive sent to you. And on the yearbook team, you're going to double click on the image you want, look through all your images, get the best one, and for each image, you got to size it to the size you want, drag it to the spot you want, and you can overlap, layer on slides. You can double click on T for text up here and add text. There's the T for text. If you wanted to then design in your fonts, color it, and work as a designer, digitally layering, that's how to do it. Now, do you remember what she said to get this in the right size and to make a sticker out of it or a shape out of your photography is one option. So if you forget what to do, rewind it, because I'm trying to be as short as possible so you guys can get started on your work. So over and out in the classroom, I'm gonna keep working on mine. I'm gonna expect you guys to keep working on yours. There's your information if you need it. And hopefully we're gonna next go to back to this step and make some shapes. That's what I wanna see for layering on your slide with text. And hopefully get some cool quotes in there. You could even look up quotes on the internet. Sweet. Can't wait to see your awesome yearbook design pages. Now, as you're designing for the yearbook, I want you to know our color scheme to show that you have some design abilities as designers are going to be the analogous colors. Who remembers what's analogous? Go ahead, you can answer. Analogous are the colors that are closest to one another on the color wheel. So you have a peaceful feel, and it promotes the feeling of peace and tranquility. Like on this example, I've added with that mauve background, I've added a shade of pink on there. And that's more of monochromatic. So if you want to do shades of one color, that's what the interior designers use to depict feelings of peace and tranquility. Or if you want to use the analogous color scheme, you can use the 3 closest colors to one another on the color wheel, because opposites are more bright, they pop, which is not what we want when we look through our yearbook. We don't want it to pop and give someone a headache. We want, as they look through, there it is, the bell. We want to have peace. Sorry about the bell, but this is used by interior designers. Colors of peace and tranquility I'm pointing to. They're all analogous or monochromatic. So remember that color scheme for the A+ as you design a yearbook. Over and out, my friends.